This is the story of how I went from stealing a little girl's Spearow to stealing Red's Charizard and accidentally dismantling the entire Pokemon League. I wasn't the hero of this story, I was the villain. Welcome to the Rocket Lock. This isn't any ordinary Nuzlocke. In this Nuzlocke, instead of catching the first encounter per route, we can only steal the first encounter from the first trainer that we battle on every given route. Petrel gives us a Rattata and tasks us with going to Mount Moon, and we meet Ronnie, our new friend. He teaches us the basics of rocket life and basically says, don't get caught, and let his Raticate hyperfang everything. That's it. That's the whole lesson. On Route 7, we steal Gambler Robert's Poliwag. In Mount Moon, the first order of business, steal from a bug catcher. Weedle acquired. Then, one of our grunts screams that he's found a rare fossil. This rare fossil that he's screaming about turns out to be a moonstone. This is why we're losing to 10-year-olds. Speaking of which, everyone's whispering about some spiky-haired kid who's been stomping rockets left and right. Yeah, spoiler, that's Blue. Ronnie manages to find a fossil and tasks us with guarding it. We're standing guard, waiting, while we get approached by a trainer dressed in red. We all know who this is. He leads with a level 25 Charmeleon, and he wipes our whole team. This is a scripted battle, which is basically fancy Pokemon talk for, you have no chance. Red wipes the floor with us, and Petrel and Ronnie come back. Ronnie is mad that we didn't stand up to Red and he defeated us, and Petrel is mad that the whole operation lost to him. Giovanni calls us into his office next. Giovanni and Blaine are discussing how Blaine's refusing to make Porygon for Team Rocket, so naturally, we're sent to recruit Bill, which means it's time for a crime spree. We steal a bicycle from the clerk at the bike shop, a Mankey from Ethan, and a Nidoran female from Picnicker Kelsey. Bill refuses to produce Porygon for Team Rocket, but he can be swayed because all he cares about is rare Pokemon. He agrees to take the job if we are his sole contact in Team Rocket. We're heading back to go see if Ronnie needs any help while Blue rolls up. This isn't good. His Pidgey is handled, his Rattata is handled by Mankey, his Abra is handled by Mankey, and his Wartortle is stalled out by Poliwag to defeat him. That was scary. He's gonna be trouble for us, I can already tell. Ronnie completes his robbery successfully, but gets spotted by the cops, so now we're being chased. We get back to headquarters and a news report drops. Lance is offering rewards for turning in Rocket members. We're officially wanted and on sale. We steal a Pikachu from Picnicker Nancy. We bribe a cop to wipe my bounty. Peak rocket efficiency. On board the SS Anne, Lance and Steven are discussing the war and the politics between Kanto and Hoenn. And I'm talking about how Oak sold out as soon as things got dire and Kanto was about to lose to save his own skin. Oak was champion at this time, so this was seen pretty controversially, and Oak is now looked on in a way different light. The captain of the SS Anne doesn't take too kindly to us trying to smuggle on his ship and challenges us to a battle. We swiftly take care of him, as Proton sends his coughing to poison him. We smuggle the Johto Pokemon right under Lance's nose, and make a clean getaway, for now. Lavender Town, it gets heavy. I find Blue burying his Raticate that Red killed. Blue vents to us about Oak always favoring Red. We steal a Ghastly on the next floor and make our way to the top, with Blue alongside us. Dr. Fuji is up here talking about the abandoned Mewtwo project and challenges us to a battle. Apparently, Dr. Fuji, Giovanni, Professor Oak, and Bill were trying to create the most powerful Pokemon they possibly could to take over the Kanto region. We handle Fuji pretty easily in battle though. Archer takes Fuji captive and sends us back to headquarters. We make our way back down with Blue, and he thanks us for actually being his friend. Giovanni sits me down and drops the truth. Kanto lost a war 11 years ago. Giovanni was Elite Four back then, and Oak was champion. They made Mewtwo to win the war, but it backfired. Something called the catastrophe escaped, and Kanto surrendered to Johto. Fuji, Blaine, and Bill all betrayed Giovanni. There is a scientist also involved in the project named Shigeki, and he's still MIA to this day. Basically, the Pokemon world is one bad day from a Netflix original. Giovanni thanks us here for all our hard work and promotes us to a Rocket admin. We can now steal from higher ranking trainers, like youngsters. We get sent to Pallet Town to investigate Professor Oak and see what he's up to. It's here we meet Agatha and Daisy, Blue's grandmother and sister. We learn how Blue's parents died in the war. Ronnie barges in, and Daisy does not like this, so she ends up challenging us to a battle. Thanks, Ronnie. Twin Needle takes out her Chansey. A Bubble Beam from Plankton the Poliwrath takes out her Ponyta. Brick Break takes out her Raichu, and a couple secret powers take out her Nidorina. We proceed to steal Daisy's Chansey, and this is when Ronnie makes the genius decision of sending out his Raticate to Hyperfang Daisy. Ronnie is a HR nightmare. Giovanni tasks us with going to the Cinnabar Mansion to confront Blaine. We find a note here revealing that Professor Oak is blackmailing Blaine by saying he's going to announce to the world that Blaine is a Team Rocket sympathizer. Here, Blaine challenges us to a battle, and his Growlithe goes down to a rain-boosted Surf, his Ponyta goes down to a Body Slam, his Rapidash goes down to a Dig, and his Arcanine goes down to a few digs. Blaine challenged us because he was still refusing to make Porygon. After losing here, he switches his tone and decides to help us again. It is here that Giovanni reveals his plan to take over the Silph Co and gain control of the Master Ball prototype. He wants this so that Team Rocket can capture Mewtwo and use it for himself. Our job in Silph Co is simple: capture the scientists and keep them hostage. We succeed very easily. We make our way to the President's room and find Bill here. He wants the Master Ball prototype for himself, so he challenges us to a battle. Bill's Porygon is taken out by a Poison Jab, his Dragonair crits Beedrill and kills it, but Politoed gets a revenge kill with Body Slam, his Lapras is stalled out by Politoed, his Pinsir gets a Swords Dance boosted Thrash off to kill Growlithe, Gengar revenge kills it with a Shadow Ball, but his Kangaskhan kills Gengar with a Crunch, and Pikachu comes in as his Kangaskhan falls to poison damage. We defeat Bill, and Giovanni gives us the rest of the day off. But next thing we know, we're called back to Rocket HQ. We get promoted to a Rocket Executive, and back at headquarters, Giovanni is furious that Red came in and destroyed our whole operation and walked away with the Master Ball for himself. Giovanni loses it and boots Ronnie from Team Rocket. Honestly, that's fair. We head to the Cinnabar lab to meet with Bill and the other scientists. They're trying to find Shigeki and trying to create their own prototype Master Ball. Bill sends us to find Shigeki, and by doing so, we have to go to Cerulean Cave and take on Mewtwo. Their DNA was merged together during the experiments, so Mewtwo shares a consciousness with the scientists. Inside Cerulean Cave, we battle Mewtwo. He kills our Raticate, but we manage to defeat him. Mewtwo reveals to us that Shigeki is the drunk in Viridian City that's blocking the road, so we go there to speak with him. Shigeki reveals that he will help us in exchange for keeping his identity safe and where he's hiding safe, so that his family stays out of danger. Shigeki agrees to wake up the catastrophe. He says it is in Cinnabar Island off the east coast, so we head there to investigate. We make our way to Cinnabar, where everything is distorted. We press A and find out that the catastrophe is actually missing now. We end up chucking our Master Ball at it, capturing it for ourselves. We make our way to Oak's secret underground lab under his main laboratory, where we learn that Red is a super trainer clone designed to take down Lance so that Red can do all of Oak's political dealings for himself. Yeah, this whole time we've been losing to an Oak science experiment. Giovanni loses his final battle to Red, disbanding Team Rocket and making us the new Rocket boss. He tasks us to go to the Elite Four and defeat them and take over the region for ourselves. On Route 22 we run into Lance, who is no longer champion as he has been taken down by Red. He challenges us. His Aerodactyl kills Pikachu with Takedown, and Wigglytuff comes in to take it out with a few wake-up slaps. Dragonair kills Wigglytuff as Pinsir gets the revenge KO. His Kingdra kills Fearow, Pinsir, and Nidoqueen. This fight is no joke. He lands another Dragon Dance to get a boost, and hits us with a Hydro Pump to take us low, and one more takes us down. Politoed comes in and gets the revenge and takes down Kingdra and Dragonite. Here we steal Lance's Dragonite and head to the Indigo Plateau. We need help distracting the guard, but luckily Ronnie is there to help us out doing what he does best, hyperfanging an innocent bystander. We get here and we're a little late, as Oak is now already in control of the region again, along with his clone, who can just tell him what to do, so indirectly Oak is now the champion. We break into the Hall of Fame room and challenge Red. His Charizard goes down to a Surf, Pikachu to an Earthquake, Lapras to a few discharges, Missingno takes his Dragonite, who is then killed by Snorlax. Machamp gets the revenge kill, but is then taken out by Alakazam. Dragonite cleans the fight up, and we defeat Red and steal his Charizard. It is here that Agatha tries to talk some sense into Oak, but he has none of it, and sends his Tauros out, giving a Giga Impact and killing Agatha here. Oak then challenges us to a battle, and remember, Missingno and Machamp are dead, so it's a 4v6. Tauros falls to a discharge, Exeggutor to a few wing attacks, Gyarados to a discharge, as Arcanine kills Magneton, but we revenge kill with Politoed. Jolteon goes down to an Earthquake, and Venusaur to a wing attack, defeating Oak. It is here where Lance comes in with the police and arrests everybody on site. At our trial, we are given 10 years. So yeah, I started as the guy who stole a Spearow from a little girl, and ended as the guy who stole Red's Charizard and accidentally took over the Pokemon League. Moral of the story, crime pays until it doesn't. This was a fun hack, as it was more story-based and not gameplay-based. There was not very many fights, but it was still a blast nonetheless. If you got to this far in the video, I appreciate it very much, and it would mean the world if you would consider liking and subscribing.